Hi and welcome to Travels with Travis. My name is Travis and I am traveling the world with my wife, one destination at a time. Go Daisy if you do. Welcome to Tombstone, the town that's too tough to die. Alright guys, right now we're about to head into the OK Corral to watch the reenactment of the gunfight. We got our ticket. So it's right here on the end of the corner. You go in, I think it's $10 a person to watch the reenactment. We're going to go in this building and we go out the back and we're going to actually get to film it. So let's go check it out. Alright, so here it is, the main attraction in Tombstone, the shootout at the OK Corral. Right here. Right here. This is where Wyatt Earp and his brothers and Doc Holliday had the shootout with the McLaury brothers. Man, that's pretty sweet, right? And we're about to go watch the reenactment, so we'll go in and take a little shot of that.
Up in the air! No, I'm just kidding. They get to talking, fussing, cussing, or crying. You can take them outside, sit at the bench. You'll see the show in its entirety. Won't bother the people around you. Last thing we need is plenty of money to be had, but none of it rubbed off on me, you see. But enough about me. How is respectable business treating you?
Doc, Tombstone's a place to be. You know, it's almost as if you can pluck the money right off the trees around here. Will you?
Doc, I ought to kill you anyway. Do this whole town a favor. Oh, it would be real easy, too.
All right, that's enough. You boys clear out of here.
He's pointing a gun at me.
Oh, this gun, you want it?
Doc, enough. You boys clear out before you get more fight than you can handle. Now, what I
I shoot the fucking
Holiday! I got you now, you lunger. Blaze away, Frank. You're a daisy if you do. No daisy at all.
I shoot, little boy. Give me that gun.
Just get away! Let me die!
Alright guys, so we just left the gunfight at the OK Corral, and boy, that was pretty cool.
I loved it. Gosh, they were really great.
Man, those guns. So down here in the downtown strip of Tombstone, you got everything. You got old-timey photos, you got wine tasting, you got gift shops, you got stores where you can actually get all kinds of stuff, books, collectibles.
Any souvenir, really.
Any souvenir you could want. Howdy gunslingers, as you explore Tombstone, we actually came here to a restaurant to fill our outlaw appetites to the Longhorn Restaurant down here at the end of the strip. So I'm gonna get some barbecue.
We're good and hungry, so...
I'm hungry. After all that gunfighting and killing outlaws, I'm hungry.
I'm buying an
Burger and some pork.
a lot of work being an outlaw or marshal. You're a marshal. I'm gonna get a Black Angus beef burger.
Alright, so this building we're in is now a gift shop, as you can see. However, this is the shop where Morgan Earp was assassinated back in the 1800s. Now, as you see here, the lady over here told us about it, but this is a picture of what it used to look like. And Morgan Earp would have been standing right here on the day he was murdered, and they would have shot him from right over here where there used to be a window. Best thing they could have done for this building, though? Oh, air conditioning, sweet air conditioning.
Amen.
Alright guys, right now in downtown Tombstone, we're sitting in front of what is now Big Nose Kate's Saloon. Originally it was the Grand Hotel. Now this was the biggest building on Allen Street, and it had everyone from Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday, and the McClary brothers and all that other stuff. Big Nose Kate was actually Doc Holliday's girlfriend, and the reason they called her Big Nose Kate is because she had her nose in everybody's business. Now you can come in here and take pictures and video, whatever you like, and what's also kind of funny is they actually have Tombstone, the movie, on a 24-hour loop in here, so that's pretty cool. But they just got everything in here. Now here behind me is Tombstone's Ghost and Legends, and it is a ghost tour that you can walk through. That's one of the cool activities that we'd probably have to check out if we have time. Now, as I mentioned yesterday when I was talking about the Red Buffalo Trading Center, the site of Morgan Earp's death, one thing I forgot to mention is in the movie, it is kind of Hollywood. In the movie, you see Bill Paxton die rather quickly. However, that is not historical, that's Hollywood. Apparently, whenever he died, he was shot. It severed his spine, and for 45 minutes, he was in catastrophic pain before he died. Yikes. So it's really cool to see a lot of people walking around in period clothing. You got the folks from the Shootout and some other businesses, and they decide to dress appropriately for where we're at, which is pretty cool to see. So the reason this town has the name that it does, Tombstone, the town too tough to die, a lot of these buildings caught on fire multiple times, and they had to rebuild it multiple times. Mining went out of business a couple times, people came back multiple times. So no matter what happens here, people keep coming back, businesses keep getting rebuilt. No matter what, we'll be here in Tombstone forever. A town that's too tough to die. Okay. So on October 28th, 1880, Curly Bill stumbled out of the Birdcage Theater and he started pulling out and shooting at the moon, drunk as a skunk. Fred White came out to take his guns, and this is the spot where the gun disarmed, and Fred White was history. As you can see, we stumbled into the Birdcage Theater, which was the craziest saloon and entertainment venue in the West. Most everything in here is original. This bar that you see in front of you, I think came from Paris, original. There's even bullet holes everywhere that are original bullet holes from just people shooting and gunning. This painting here has a knife stab in it that is from the 1800s when someone got in a fight. It is just insane how much originality is in this place and how much they left it untouched. Even the floor is the same floor they would have walked on in the 1800s. So we're taking the tour inside the Birdcage Theater, the wildest, craziest theater in the Wild West out here in Tombstone. And it's left in as much original condition as it could possibly be. The floor is original, and this is where they would come in and watch shows. Oh man, 26 people got shot here. All kinds of crazy stuff. But you got the little show venues up there for you to sit in, enjoy your entertainment, and crazy. Now this grand piano here is in its original spot since 1881. It has not been touched or moved. Like, whoa. Now, unfortunately, I can't go too crazy with videos and pictures because you actually have to have written permission to post them. So I'll talk about this as much as I can in like a narration, and I'll see you on the other side. So this table right here is where Johnny Ringo and Doc Holliday had their little spat, right here between this table and that piano, which has not moved from this spot since 1881. And this is where they sat and played cards and had their little duel. It's pretty cool.
Howdy, partner.
All right, so we just left the Birdcage Theater, and it is one of the original buildings here, not burned by the fire. Oh man, that place is crazy. They got tons of artifacts. I played a little bit of the clips from in there, like I was kind of saying in the video that you're not really supposed to film or take pictures, so I'm including very little. It's one of those things you have to check out and see. Everything in there is mostly authentic. The building is left in almost completely its original condition. Floors are the same, bullet holes. There's a knife, cut in one of the paintings. Got a lot of old artifacts from people that lived here and all kinds of stuff. It's definitely worth the checking out. So the lady in the store over there just said that we need to check out Big Nose Kate's for lunch. She said it's the best place in town. There's usually lines coming out the door waiting for the food.
And sure enough, there's signs that right on the building that say it's the best saloon out west. Originally, it was a hotel back in its heyday, but now, yeah, you can hear the music. It's a beautiful saloon. It's stained glass of Wyatt Earp, Big Kate, Doc Holliday, and
all that good stuff. And actually, some of the buildings here, most of them actually have some original building material, even though it was burned down. A lot of this adobe doesn't burn, and some of the bricking and stuff is the same. So she also told us that the Crystal Palace, she said if you're in town, don't eat there. Apparently it's not that great.
well, this is the best saloon out west, so you gotta
Might as
come
well
here.
go to the best, right?
Gotta come
Best in
here.
the West. So right now we're inside Big Nose Kate's. It's a little loud because I got some live entertainment, which is pretty cool. I got Curly Bill's brisket. Oh man, a brisket sandwich with barbecue sounds so good right now after a great day of exploring this historic city.
So we are now going to go on a carriage ride. We got the tickets. They are $10 a piece for adults. So the total with taxes like $21.92, and we can't wait.
Yep, check it out. We just got finished eating at Big Nose Kate's too. Brisket sandwich is great.
That place is really great. I love the little music. It's a really great saloon. You
Good
have to stop there.
Back in 1882. So just keep that in mind as we're going through town. Though we are getting started up left right here with the Crystal Palace. The basement they housed the world's longest poker game that went on for 8 years, 5 months, 3 days non-stop.
So here we're right down the street at the trolley station, and this is where you can do all kinds of trolley tours. You can also do nightly ghost and murder tours. And the lady in the shop we were just in, she's a local, and she said she was on the trolley. And I don't personally believe, but she did get a photo. Her daughter got a photo of kind of a headless apparition up there by the birdcage. Very interesting. So if you're into that kind of stuff, perfect place to do it. But it only happens at night. Our last order of business here in Tombstone before we head out tomorrow is, of course, the famous, infamous Boot Hill Graveyard, where the Clantons and McClurys are buried and other notable figures. There's about 400 graves here today. There was actually about 4,000 before they were excavated and moved to a different cemetery. The Circle K and Family Dollar right here used to all be graveyard until they just put it right here. But we're going to go in and check that out. So when you come here, it's just down from town. You come to this building right here. It's $3 a person to access the graveyard. And afterwards, you got to stop in the gift shop. Get yourself some mementos from Boot Hill. Now here you'll come to a big row of graves. Right here, Billy Clanton, Frank McLaury, Tom McLaury. They are the three who were killed in the gunfight at the OK Corral. October 26, 1881. That's why you don't be an outlaw. You be a good upstanding citizen. This won't happen to you right here. So right here lies the poor soul of Fred White. He was the one that was disarming Curly Bill that night in 1880 when Curly Bill's gun discharged and he got shot. His grave is right here in Boot Hill. Thank you for joining us on this tour of historic Tombstone. This is Travels with Travis on Boot Hill, signing out.